Welcome, AK Talks Morning Show with a good friend Jenner.
Morning.
There we go. It's a beautiful morning, a beautiful Thursday morning. This is a Thursday morning for all the listeners, and we're doing a big review for the Matt McCusker show at Tyson's. Let's break it down because I want to eat up time. The place, the theater. How did you like the theater?
Tyson Theater. The parking. I don't know. It's a drive. I don't really know how to rate theaters. It was a.
All right. Have you been to any other theater ever?
I've been to one in Baltimore. The one here was a lot nicer. The one in Baltimore was kind of older.
Okay. Was it for a show or?
It was to see Mark Norman.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Damn. Yeah, I've never been to a theater. I've been to Capital One Arena. That place is decent. It's nice. But the theater was really clean. It had like marble floors. No line for most stuff. Even the bar was pretty easy to buy shit. Wasn't it was a great theater.
Oh yeah, and it's nice. You could park at Wegmans,
Oh yeah, that too.
not pay for event parking.
The guy that did the parking, I didn't think he was working there. I thought he was just a random dude. Cause he's like, hey, he's like, you want to park in here? I was like, yeah, it's like $15. And he just looked at me. I was like, is it card, cash, or what is it? He's like, oh, it's whatever you can. And I got sketched out, but I still paid $15.
Have you ever like sat in front of a bar and like get people's IDs just to fuck with them?
Like be a fake bouncer.
Yeah.
I've been a real bouncer and people still don't believe me. But no, I haven't, not yet. That's a good idea.
I'll just be dressed in all black and be like ID and people do it and
It'd be funny. You just grab it and just put it in your pocket. Just look at him. It's like, all right, yeah, I don't work here.
or if you're really feeling it, just say it's a fake ID and then get where they like bring out the manager and the manager's like, I don't know who this guy is.
Yeah. Who was it? So the show, it was pretty big. A lot of people showed out. Great crowd of people.
I think it's 3,000 seat arena. I
Yeah,
think that's what I heard.
at least 1,500 minimum. And how do you think the people was there? Did you sit next to anyone like weird or annoying? Did anyone bother you?
No, at first I thought I was gonna get lucky because like whenever I first got there, right next to me was a couple,
Oh,
so I didn't sit in my seat because I want my elbow room. But right right at the beginning, like right before the show started, people came there, so I had to like scrunch in. But no, they were quiet.
all right.
They weren't one of them like ass hats that were like yelling.
Yeah, I got fucking screwed then. I sat next to four dudes, just straight up frat dudes, and they're heckling each other. Not even Matt. They didn't give a shit about Matt. They're on their phone. But like one person stood up, they'll like start booing. And like I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like why you ruin it for everyone else here? But I think those guys were having fun. They didn't care about the show, but they're having fun.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And then the opener, you remember his name? I didn't.
Yeah, it was Sean Gardini.
Sharon Gardini.
Do you watch Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast?
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
I know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's like a character or not a character. He'll like show up.
He'll show up.
Like not as much as maybe like a Lemaire or like a Gerbies or like Sean O'Connor.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of what he's like.
Also, he's like a new guy on the lineup of people, or at least friends inside that circle.
Yeah, I think they're just friends.
Okay, or probably Austin comic or some shit. Nah,
Yeah.
I don't know. Have
But
you ever seen any other thing from him? Is that the first time you ever saw him live?
yeah, that's the only time I've ever. Are you talking about
Or like,
Gardini?
yeah, anything comedy wise, like a clip or anything?
No, I've never seen Gardini.
Mm.
Like honestly, I can't even because I know he goes on. I've heard the name before on the podcast, but half the time I can't tell who's talking on which pod.
Yeah,
I'm just it's in my earbuds. I'm not
yeah.
So
Now, what do you think about his performance or his stick?
Gardini, I was a fan of. He had like the school shooter bit.
Yeah.
Some dank stuff. I'm always a fan of, but he was super awkward.
Okay.
Like he definitely he looked like an open micer that's like going on stage for the first time.
Did you think that was his act, or like that's his like his scheme is to do that voice and act like that and be awkward? Yeah, that's what I. That was the vibe I got off of him.
Maybe that's his spiel, or maybe that was like his first time in like a big theater. I don't know, but yeah. And I also felt like he was kind of getting into meta stuff. He's like, "Oh, I hate doing crowd work."
Yeah, that's
Do you,
stupid shit.
that
Yeah.
that was like the thing throughout the whole set, and
I don't want to be political. He's being political.
yeah,
Honestly, I did not like him. It's not because the jokes were bad. It's just I don't like the act of where a guy comes on stage and starts like talking monotoned and then just being like too cool to care. Or that's what I felt like he was doing. Too cool to care vibe. Just like you could be expressive. You're doing it at a high level. Be at a high level professionality. Like level up, dude. I don't know. There was a lot of jokes, no stories, nothing personal. This is jokes, which is not bad.
yeah. I don't think I don't think it has to be personal. But I think, yeah, I think, yeah, it's definitely, yeah. Well, I
Yeah,
wasn't a big fan.
yeah, it's not big. And then man of the hour though, Matt McCusker. You're a fan of the podcast, right? His
Yeah,
like it was a weird feeling seeing him live. It was electric. I was like, oh my god, dude, I've only heard you forever. It's the first time seeing you, and it's like he looked like gold. I was like, wow, dude.
the shaman is here.
Yeah, the original conservative Israelite.
Yeah, no, I do think it is weird to see someone that you've been watching, and then you're like, oh, this is it.
Yeah. The, what would you think about his performance?
I liked it. I think So now that I notice comics, like I know uh, they'll get married and have kids, and that's all.
Yeah,
That's like his entire set,
that's not a
which
bad thing either.
I don't think is a bad thing,
Yeah,
but like, you know, I don't know much about that.
yeah, yeah. You're talking to me from outside the gate. Like I know what you're saying. It just doesn't. I don't care enough to understand it.
I guess he's moved on to like a different stage, and like whenever you look at like Old Testament, like
Yeah, those
Matt
are
and Shane's secret podcast, he's just talking about like some rancid shit or whatnot, and
yeah, like trying to save his cum for his girlfriend and then getting mad. That's a good concept of a joke. I wish he did.
yeah, but that was 6 years ago.
Yeah, that was a while.
I guess he just moved on to a different stage in his life. I guess.
On the same like level of that, not like comedy skill wise, but like Bill Burr, people are shitting on him now for being a little bit more nicer and woker and liberal more. But like he has a family and a kid. Like I get that part, and he's put a lot of content out there when he was younger, so you can enjoy that almost forever. Like if you're hating on him because he's older, I'm like you can't. Like he's going with comedy. He's taking it with him. He's not just like who's a good like a David Tell. His style would never end. It doesn't matter how old he gets. He'll do that. He'll do his own shitty stick for like 100+ years. But yeah, I didn't. I was happy he was there, but I didn't laugh, and it sucked. I was like, damn. I gave it an hour, then I left.
Yeah, I stayed for the whole thing. I liked it, but like I said, like whenever comics start doing, yeah, it was. I'm not gonna say I didn't like it, but
Mm-hmm.
I noticed a lot of a lot of artists do that. Like they'll, especially like crazy, like whenever I think of like an Eminem or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever he was young, he was always just going out there saying crazy shit, and then like, his last album, he kind of tried to go back to the crazy shit, but that was kind of him being a little corny about it.
Mm.
And then like the other songs was just him like rapping about his daughter and family, and which I know he's done that in the past, but I feel like that's kind of become more the focal point.
Yeah, you're growing up with your art, but is it a bad thing? That's the thing. Does it make him any less funny, or because if I grew up with Matt, and I was the same age as him the whole time. We're both having kids at the same time, and then I heard all those jokes. I think I would die laughing. Like, oh no, this is gold. Like this is straight prophecy. But I don't have that right now. Maybe it'll be funny in the future.
Yeah, if you get a bunch of girls running around your
Yeah,
house, you know,
just get a girl pregnant, be a shaman. And I'm like, yeah, dude, he's makes so much sense.
start saving your cum for your girlfriend, soon to be
Yeah.
wife, and then have like 2 or 3 daughters. Then you're gonna be like, oh shit, that's what he's talking about this whole time.
The thing too, my other friend was there at the show, and I didn't even notice. She told me the next day when I saw her, and she said it was a really good show. She's never done comedy, doesn't have no experience with comedy. She didn't even know who he was. She didn't know the podcast. She's like, she went there with her boyfriend and shit, and she's like, yeah, he's really funny. And she also said like he's kind of edgy. And I was like, oh, I need to hear
Oh
this.
no,
I was like,
this was not an edgy.
It's like, where the fuck was the edge, dude? I didn't feel it at all. It was a
At the end,
smooth
he
ball.
did make a couple. I forgot.
He made a
Some-
coming joke. I remember that. I don't
And
know.
then maybe like a pedophile joke toward the. It was like more toward the end.
Yeah.
So maybe you left before that, but yeah, if she wants edgy, just
No,
show her some.
I asked her, I was like, so what do you mean by that exactly? What the fuck are you talking about? She's like, but like, she said it as edgy as if his girlfriend was here, she would be mad at the jokes. I'm like, yeah. So she's not a comedian. I don't think she'll get it, but that's not edgy. That's what I
So,
was
so
trying to tell her.
edgy is just making jokes about your wife or girlfriend.
Yeah. Yeah, she's like, yeah, she'll get upset if she heard that. I'm like, damn, like, that's okay. Because at the end of the day, she's the common crowd. Someone who doesn't know comedy coming to a show, white, hot, probably from Vermont. She was really like straight edge type of white girl. I don't know. Is it important to make her laugh or just to be as funny as possible?
I don't think. Well, because to be as funny as possible, like who's your target audience? You know,
Mm.
like I think as much because I think if you try to strike for a general audience, you know, I don't think you'll get as many laughs. But if you like go for a niche audience, 80% of people won't understand your joke. But then the ones that do,
They'll laugh hard.
oh, they'll love it. Like I mean, you know, like if I follow like some like mechanic meme page,
Mm-hmm.
they're talking about like one bolt can ruin, you know, make a 5-minute job last 5 hours.
Yeah.
You know that joke's been told a million times over that, but it's all funny. It's just if you don't relate to that,
You don't understand it.
yeah. So I think whenever it comes to being as funny as possible, I don't think it's about the demographic. I think it's more about reaching your niche or getting to your niche.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, because like I always have the theory of like there's already a million people who think you're funny. You got to find them at the end of the day. If you get them all in one room who think like you, because no one's that unique. If everyone thinks like you and you're just the funniest person there, it'd be a crazy turnout. But at the end of the day, it's the other conversation too of like a gay guy doing a gay show, and he's crushing at the gay shows. I'm like, all right, but I'm not gay, but I love comedy. I don't know. I can't say you're the funniest. You are crushing it. I don't know. Is that hateful to think?
No, I think
Okay.
yeah, you're just not the niche target audience. You know, you don't relate to it at a different level. You know, like I know when people talk about like I don't know. I was watching is it Miss Pat? She was on Shannon Sharp. I don't know.
didn't see it yet. No.
I don't know. Basically, I was watching her and a couple other people talking about like how her stuff kills at black mics, but like at like other mics, it just doesn't land as well. I think it's all about finding your niche. Like I mean, different strokes for different folks. That's what makes the world interesting.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know, cause I don't want to identify as like a black comic doing only black rooms and black jokes because I suck. I'd rather just do like dirty rooms. I like doing dirty comedy, but that's not as respected, I think. Is it?
Yeah, I could see what you mean. Like, I don't think you should go out trying to be like, oh, I'm the blank comic. I think you just need to do you and maybe let people. I don't know. I know it sounds bad, but like I don't know. I'm.
Yeah,
it,
it's just an idea. It eventually changes throughout the year, but
'Cause
it
I think at the end of the day, like, you just gotta do you, and then wherever you land, you land. If you end up hitting a bunch of black mics, then good for you. That's where you find your niche audience. Or if you're more at like at I guess like a gay bar, like something like that, and you're landing there, you may not do well in like a honky town. You
yeah,
know, so
yeah,
that I think uh, you know they may be like the same funniness. I don't know what the word is. Objectively, like the jokes are still
yeah. They're good
just
jokes.
as
Yeah.
funny, but it's a different topic, different people. People relate to it differently,
Mhm.
different cultures. Um, so yeah,
Okay. It gets weird because like for me, yeah, I can't look at like my favorite comics still David Tell or Louis C.K. I can't look at them as like, oh, so what group do you identify with? They're always just gonna say, oh, I'm just being funny, but they are in a group if they like it or not. They just don't. I don't know what it is either, but they don't talk about it like that.
well, like I said, I don't think you should be like looking for your group. I
But yeah,
think
you get there eventually. But it's just like, what group is that called for
like
them?
at that level, I think your group is your fan base.
Okay.
Like yeah.
It, it's that we could hit the pause. Is that the all right? Yeah. So that the car was going off. We saved the day. We killed the raccoon. Turned the sun over. Now we're back to the hot topics here. Only hot topics. You get your flu shot? I don't know.
No.
No. I had to get my flu shot over the weekend because I'm in the military, and I was just there heckling people, just telling them like the vaccine isn't real. Uh, I told one guy, I was like, "Is this Bubba Kush or OG?" And he laughed. That's really it. That's my flu shot story.
Hell yeah.
Riveting. Yeah.
They still make y'all get COVID shots?
No.
So they're just like,
It was just a big deal for like a month and a half, and I had to get I got mine during training, because they said you couldn't leave even if you completed it if you didn't get your shot. And then a month later they're like, yeah, we're just playing, and then no one had to take a shot after that. I should have stood my ground.
yeah, I was seeing all those nurses in New York.
Oh, the
Did you hear
heroes.
about that where they didn't get shot, so they all got fired for like a year, and then like a year later they're like, hey, we actually need y'all back, and we're gonna like give you back pay for like that whole year. And I'm like, ooh.
Damn, sticking it up to the man.
Like,
The only people who
my
didn't.
my dumb ass. I was still in college. It was my senior year at college, and I was like on the track team. They're like, all right, well, if you want to throw your javelin, you gotta poke yourself. I'm like, okay.
You play competitively or just for fun?
Yeah, I was on it was like a small school. I was on the track team.
How do you? When did you start javelining? That's pretty interesting.
Well, I was supposed to play baseball,
Okay.
and my freshman year, senior year of high school, freshman year of college,
Mm.
I was in a biking accident and kind of fucked up my shoulder really bad, and I could just never get back up to speed. And I was a pitcher.
How fast could you throw?
Before I got hurt, I was topping out at maybe like 84. Oh,
Were you trying to break 90?
man, I feel like I could have if I had like a full 4 or 5 years.
Mm.
But that's hard to reach.
Is it a muscle thing or a reflex thing? You have to do it over and over again or get stronger?
Um, so I would say, because people always think of like strong arms whenever it comes to pitching, your arms actually, you gotta for pitcher that's more like a whip, like the concept.
Oh, hip movement and shit.
Yeah, so like all the muscles is like your legs, your hips, abs, and then your arm is supposed to be kind of a noodle. Like I mean, it's not supposed to be like
Just
where you can't.
guiding it.
Yeah, it's more like maintenance lifting. Like you do a lot of bands and you'll do a bunch of like shoulder stuff, but you like don't do more than like 2.5, 5 pounds.
Was there like a really good player at your school when you're playing baseball? Like someone you thought like hot shit, they could make it out?
Hmm. Uh, like I said, I was out of the my college team. I wasn't really on because I got injured, and then I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
kind of stepchilded, and I got kicked off the team just because I couldn't get back to speed.
Mm.
But in high school, we had two guys from like Team USA, like the kids version of it.
Okay.
Uh, One of them was Mason Englert, and the other one was Jonathan Childress. Um, I think one of them right now, they both could have gotten drafted out of school,
Mhm.
like out of high school. I think one was touching like 92, one was touching 96.
Damn.
The Childress guy, he ended up just going to A&M for I don't know, I haven't really kept up with him really.
Mhm.
But Mason Englert, he ended up getting drafted to the Rangers on the fourth round.
Damn.
And yeah, and then he got traded to the Tigers, and he actually made it up to the big leagues for a little bit. And I've been, it's kind of cool seeing him on TV.
Oh damn. That's tough.
Yeah. So right now he's like in a weird stage where he just gets brought up for a couple games, and
Yeah.
once like the relievers get healthy again, then they bring him back down. But he's doing it.
Damn. That's
Kind of exciting to watch.
and then for javelin, how did you pick it up? What were you thinking?
Oh, yeah, baseball was like my childhood thing.
Mhm.
So I remember like whenever I finally called it quits. Like even after my freshman year, I was still trying to get back on the team. So I was like going really hard at it, but I just couldn't. And when the day I like kind of called it quits, one of my buddies was on the track team. They're like, "Oh well, we got a javelin position. No one's able to do. No one signed up." And I'm like,
Yeah.
I gotta do something to get my competitive itch off. So that's how I ended up doing that. And so I was with the throwers.
Yeah, yeah. The
So
discus shot put guys.
yeah, so like I said, pitchers are not like big burly guy like like you'd think of like a shot putter.
Yeah.
So
So when you first threw it, you're like, "Oh, this is fun," or were you like, kill some time"?
yeah, like I mean, track isn't the most fun thing to watch.
Yeah, it
Like it's
sucks.
not the most exciting sport in the world, but it's kind of like I don't know. It's kind of cool. It's all about like beating yourself.
Mhm.
Like obviously, I'm not gonna go to the Olympics or something like that. It's like a hobby. You're always trying to beat your marks from last week and get
Yeah.
better. So it's like that kind of goal setting. Um, and then I also like I mean I love like the guys on the team. I was much better friends with the throwers than I was with anyone on the baseball team.
They are cool guys. Yeah,
Yeah.
I used to do track and field in high school. I was only distance, and then I tried to do triple jumps and long jumps, high jumps, and I fucked up my knee fast. I even tried pole vaulting. I just wanted to do a bunch of events for my senior year because I was like, I'm not even close to fast. Let me just fuck around. But I always wanted to try shot put and javelin, but they said no because they knew I was fucking around. They knew I was just like fucking roll it or some shit at somebody.
Yeah, I think javelin. Did you like grow up in like New Jersey or something?
No, Virginia all the way.
Oh, like, I know there's only a couple states where they allow javelin in high school.
Oh, that makes sense then.
Yeah.
Because I didn't get that even close to an opportunity for javelin. I don't know how. Yeah, I was wondering how anyone could do that. I thought you just pick it up and then you go to the Olympics. Didn't know they do it in college.
Yeah. No, yeah. It translated pretty well. I was already like throwing stuff, so like that motion was already natural to me.
If you see like a stick, do you get the urge to like throw it as far as possible, or is
Oh
the
yeah, like the good old days.
yeah? Is it javelin? How is it designed? Is it metal or all wood?
It's like aluminum steel.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like 800 grams.
All right, then what's the PR? What you get?
I think my greatest throw was 48 meters, 48.49 meters.
All right, you're throwing a little you're throwing like what gun is that? You can kill somebody if you. It's like a revolver. Yeah, you got revolver range. Are you accurate with it? Have you tried to like hit trees?
I know. You know, I do have my college javelin in my car because
Okay.
the last meet it actually failed the weight restriction. So like my coach was like, "Hey, it's all yours." I'm like, "Of course I'm keeping that. That's badass."
What the fuck? Oh, so what's the easiest way to cheat in javelin? What do you think it would be? Put like holes in it, make aerodynamic.
Um, like I don't know if poking holes in it would help. So they weigh it beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm thinking, the best way to cheat, you'd have to figure out how to like put weight in it
And
and
then
be able to
drain
take
it.
the weights out.
Oh, so you think a lighter one? How heavy is it? Oh, yeah, I should ask that first.
It's like 800 grams.
8 pounds? Then I don't know.
800. I don't
I
know
don't
what
know the
that
conversion.
convert. I just know that the magic number, 800
Is it
grams.
like 3 iPhones? How does it feel like? How many iPhones do you think?
I don't know. Maybe like at least a cheeseburger.
Okay, okay. Cheeseburger, fries, drink.
Yeah, a really long cheeseburger.
Okay. So if you're inside danger and someone did something bad, you think you can use the javelin to defend yourself?
I don't know how accurate I'd be. You know,
How
if
about you?
they're running away from me, maybe I could arc it. And
Okay. No, I mean they're far enough. They're under 40 meters. You have like 5 javelins. Do you think you can like nail him in the leg or something? At least get him to stop running.
so if they're like charging me with a
No,
knife,
they already robbed you and they're running away. But now you have your javelins. They didn't want to steal that.
I'll let that sucker fly. That'd be a good news story.
Yeah. It'll be great, dude. With our post interview, it was like, so how did you do it? Like, I just laced it and it fucking got him.
Just yelled Aaron Rodgers and let it go.
Yeah, only way it could be a hate crime is if he was like, you killed a Native American. So you could have used the gun. You take out javelins.
Yeah, no. One thing that was an adjustment going to throwing is that they do a lot more military presses
Okay, yeah.
because like shot putting. I was doing throwers workouts
Mm-hmm.
and javelin's kind of the stepchild of the throwing events. So like they're all doing military presses and all that, and I've never done that day in my life because like in baseball, any kind of overhead lifting is like a big no-no.
Mm.
So I would be able to squat, deadlift, all that with like the guys, but whenever it came to like overhead lift, I'd have to lift with the women throwers,
Mm.
and there was like 2 women that were actually able to like lift more than me.
Well, what country were they from?
Oh, this is Wisconsin.
Oh, so
These are
cornbread.
corn-fed gals. All right.
All right, I got the image in my
One
head.
one of them was a military girl, so
No
they're
fun.
throwers. So that's what they do. They work.
Was there anyone, or was there any other events you wanted to do other than javelin that you saw, or you think would be fun?
I wanted to do pole vault so badly.
That's a scary one.
Yeah, but I don't know. It looks so fun. I was trying to convince my coach, the head track coach,
Mm-hmm.
but he said that the heaviest, 'cause I guess the poles are like
Yeah, they're
rated
weighted.
for weight. He said I'd have to cut down to 180, and I got like the 187.
Well, at least you tried.
Yeah.
I did pole. I think the perfect pole vaulter is like a short, strong guy. It's like the most aerodynamic. Because the best guy in our high school did like 12 or 14 feet. Did really good. I tried it out for one season, and it was just fun going in the air. Honestly, it was fun, and then feeling the
Yeah.
bend, and the shot up. But the first time I did it, I just flew off to the side and rolled on the ground, and I just started laughing. I was like, "Dude, that was fun." And the guy said, you're not doing it." He's like, "You can't do that shit." He's like, "It's not supposed to be fun too." Yeah, you almost killed yourself or some shit. But it's a funny thing to do pole vaulting.
Yeah.
No practical way to use it in real life. Maybe if you're on a ladder or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. There's not many practicalities to javelin.
It's a weapon at the end of the day. You use a
Would
pole
you,
vault.
would you rather be able to throw a weapon, or would you rather be able to like run really fast?
Throw a weapon. I've tried running really fast. It's never fun. Even if you are fast, anytime you run fast, you always that level of tired. There's no way to beat it. Doesn't matter how slow you are. There's always a level of tired. It's all the same.
Bro, that's the part that ruled about throwing is that you can throw. Once you throw your implement, you can go walk and pick it up.
Yeah. Yeah, I was doing my favorite events the 2 mile or the 5K. I like a long distance run, at least back in the day, because I had pretty good endurance. I was a light dude, strong heart, but I just wasn't fast. I could run a lot, just wasn't fast. I wish I was a sprinter though. Sprinters got a lot of pussy.
Yeah, we had this one guy who, like, I think he made it to nationals like a year or two after I left.
Oh, tough.
He was probably like 5'2", just one
Big muscle.
lunk of muscle. And yeah, he was a smooth talker.
You know who Noah Lyles is?
Yeah, he's the guy that shit talks the
Yeah,
NBA stars aren't world champ. Yeah, that guy.
he was in our conference for track.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and I only saw him as a senior. At least only time I remember. And he was already a junior when it went or the junior winner of Olympic championship or some shit like. He was already projected to be the greatest. And anytime anyone seen him run, it was just like, oh wow, look at that. That's a horse right there. Mechanical. He's so fast, so strong too. But you guys get national backpacks in college? Is that a thing?
A what?
National backpack? The New Balance?
A national backpack?
Yeah, like if you go for track, it was called New Balance Nationals. So if you ever competed there, you got the backpack. You didn't have it?
Oh, like I mean, we were a D3 school, so I don't think they went that fancy. I bet if you made nationals, they'd give you like maybe like a cookie or something.
Attaboy.
Maybe like a little sweatshirt or like a shirt that you got paid $20 for or something.
See, the thing is, at least in high school, there is if you go to nationals, you get the backpack. If you get the backpack, you get unlimited track pussy, no matter what. Every single event, it doesn't matter what you did. The backpack has your name on it too, so no one can pretend like, oh, I ordered it online. You have to go there, and it's automatically guaranteed everyone's gonna slurp you. It was a dream just to get the backpack, not win any events.
Yeah, but I don't think that works as well for like the throwers.
I don't know yet. Some throwers are bulky.
Okay, yeah, if you're like one of those like discus throwers that look like a bodybuilder,
Yeah.
yeah, but like if you're just like some old lineman that decided to try a shot put, or you're like a javelin thrower that just has like no upper body,
But they are strong, so that's a win. They just can't talk to smaller girls because they'll crush them. I don't know.
Isn't that part of the excitement though for the ladies?
I hope so. I hope someone's winning if they do that shit.
Yeah, no, yeah.
All right, then let's see. We already did the 30. I'm trying to get at least one more in. Oh, let's hit the pause.
5 or 10 minutes.
That's all. We already hit the 30 minutes, so everything else here is free candy for the folks back home. So you were at a show recently. You did when was the last time you did a show before then? It was like breaking a streak.
Yeah, so that was my first show ever was like in the spring.
Okay. Ever?
Yeah.
All right, damn.
Like besides open mics.
Yeah.
But like in front of like a real audience. And then on Sunday night, that was my second time, but this time I brought like a bunch of friends from church.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't know how exactly it'd go, but they're cool people.
That's nice though.
But yeah, it was exciting. It was only like a 5-minute set. It was out in Front Royal at the Catamount Lounge, and it was a fundraiser for like hurricane relief.
A lot of good things there.
Yeah, no, it was a cool thing.
So you broke the streak from spring to here. Did it feel weird doing a show at all, even though you've been doing mics?
Yeah, because I don't know, there's just a thrill of like being in front of like a real audience, you know.
Came there for comedy, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know, I was just super nervous. Like they had like a green room for us this time around.
Tough.
So I was just in there like I'm glad I was only second. Because then I could just, like, before the show, I'm just like sitting there like trying to run through my whole set over. I'm like, man, I just don't want to draw a blank at all.
Mm.
It was a bunch of jitter, adrenaline rush. Like, which I love that. I
Yeah.
haven't got that feeling in a while.
So for the joke choices, did you choose any old material? Were you gonna just walk up and like, yeah, I'm thinking about this, do new material?
Oh hell no! No, yeah, definitely my better material. It's kind of just making fun of my accent and
Mm.
truck people, and
So you knew your material. You felt comfortable. What was a big concern? Were you worried about doing bad, or the show doing bad, the people coming up to you trying to fight you? What was like a big concern?
I wasn't concerned about that. Like I said, I'm more concerned about, I would say, just forgetting my own bit, and then I was kind of scared to have like a moment where like I said a punchline and like just crickets, and then I'm just like,
Yeah, bombing sucks no matter what. But
at an open mic, I really don't care. Like it
mm,
doesn't bother me, especially if I'm trying something new. I'm like, okay, next joke. But like I don't know if it's like in front of like a paying audience. I don't know. I feel like I just want to do like my best stuff for that.
mm.
Um, and then yeah, that's my nightmare.
Yeah,
But
the last time I did a show was for Halloween. I've been on a fucking dry streak too. I still go up with notes in my hand. Would you do that? Would you do notes in your hand on stage?
for open mics, but
For a show, I mean.
yeah, for audience, I don't know. For paying audience, I want to like refrain from doing that, especially if it's like 5-10 minutes.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just trying to just, like do a little bit of like professionalism and.
See, I think at least the way I believe is like I'm not gonna be as professional as possible until I get paid. So until then, I'm just gonna have fun. Like I did a new joke when I was on the show there, and I don't mind doing new jokes. I don't mind looking at notes. I don't mind if you don't like. Even if I bomb, I'm like, is this relatable or say something stupid? It's I don't know. I don't do a lot of shows. I was really nervous and I really wanted to do good because I thought because like a good amount of people, like 30, 40 people.
Yeah.
It would have been a nice laugh if I got a good ha there.
Yeah, I guess for like the show, like the two shows I did, I got basically just a beer for it, like.
Better than nothing. I
Yeah.
got nothing.
Um, I don't know, like especially like depending on who you're around. Like I just want to show like, hey, maybe there's like a different side of me.
Mhm.
Usually at an open mic, I usually do go up with notes, and it kind of makes I don't know. I feel like it makes me look like I don't know what I'm doing. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't. I've like I've been trying it pretty recently. I haven't been doing it for a while, but I like calling out shit on stage. Like if the joke is bad, I'll say like, "All right, don't worry, the next one's worse" or something. I like try to make fun of myself actively throughout my whole set, or make fun of something about me actively. So even if the joke is bad or if it's really dirty and annoying, they don't want to hear the word like "come" 100 times. I'll just like play around like, all right, you didn't like it, I tried it, let's have fun. Let's go to the next part. I'll try doing that. It's fun when I do that because I can bomb and fucking smile. I love bombing and smiling.
Yeah.
Makes me feel like an evil guy. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I'm not the bad one here.
I'm ruining your night.
Yeah. Did you learn anything from the show? You got any takeaways, new jokes, or anything?
I don't know if it's takeaways, but I guess before I was talking because Tina Songbird, she's the one. I don't know if I'm supposed to say names, but what?
She's gonna find us in 50 years.
Nah, she basically. I'm not saying anything bad, but she's a sweet lady. She's great.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I was gonna originally go with one of my bits where which I didn't even think about it like this, but I had like quite a few jokes. I was just like making fun of handicapped people.
Yeah.
Like one was about quadriplegics, and then me saying like basically like calling girl like handicapped spots and all that.
Okay.
And she kind of took a little offense to that, but she was chill about it.
She handicapped?
Yeah, she's in a wheelchair.
Oh, all right. I see why.
Yeah, the first time we met, I said that, and it was at the Hog Shack, and that's a pretty bantery uh, room. Like
Okay.
people won't mind just like saying a quick wit or something like that, and then it's not like they're gonna like heckle you to death, but
Oh, like the audience members.
yeah, like I mean, most of it's comics.
Okay, so
Like
comics
like
talk.
like
That's fine.
Shevitz will do that a lot there. Like he'll just say something stupid. Like one time, this one dude just said like just some racist joke that just bombed,
Yeah.
and then Shevitz was like, "I don't understand." That cracked me up.
Shevich is a cool guy. I like it.
Yeah, I like Shevitz. I feel like I don't know him at a personal level, but like from what I've gotten to know from him, he seems like a cool guy.
I don't know. I said I went on stage Electric Palm a while ago, like months ago, and I got on stage and just insulted him and Dwayne. I said, what did I say? I said something about Dwayne looks like a volleyball coach, and Shevitz looks like Ice T from Law and Order. I was like, thank you guys for showing up today. Like, I know it's a big deal. And he just looked at me and he started laughing. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. I thought he was mad, but he's just laughing.
Yeah, no, I think he definitely likes to uh, bust your chops.
Yeah. And, all right, so for the show, what else? Are they going to have another show there anytime soon? Are you scheduled? Did anyone walk up to you and say anything?
Um, I don't know. I guess apparently they do open mics there. Um, so I may go out there. So I'd like to go check that mic out again, but it's like an hour drive. But
Sterling, you said, right?
out in Fort
From
Royal.
where? Oh, okay. So Shenandoah region.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind checking that mic out. I think it'd be cool. Um, but it's a long drive. But anywhere, I feel like it's an hour from here.
Yeah.
You're a little bit closer to the DC mics, but
Yeah.
yeah.
That's crazy. My friend, he's from Front Royal, and he drives to work and back. He drives from Front Royal all the way down to like Falls Church, where I live, every single day. And I was like, damn, dude. You see the mount? He doesn't. He has like mountain property. He just sees the mountains. He doesn't have like neighborhoods. I was like, that's a whole different world from here to there.
Yeah. Yeah, whenever I drove out there, it was like kind of pitch black. And I could kind of see the outlines of the mountains. I'm like, man, this would be such a pretty drive during the day.
Yeah. I'm a fan of mountains,
Oh,
honestly.
I love mountains.
More than like oceans, it's mountains.
Yeah, mountains all the way.
I was driving up to Pennsylvania inside at least the rural side of it, and I just saw like the whatever they had the Blue Ridge up there. Saw the whole Blue Ridge, or some of it is big as fuck. And I was just like eye open. I was like, wow, this shit is huge. It really, if this shit wanted to fall, no one would find me.
Have you ever been to Colorado?
Nah, I heard it's beautiful out there.
Colorado. This makes what I've seen like up here like
Nothing.
look like a playground.
Is there really that? What do they have? Springs? Colorado Springs? Is that a city?
Colorado Springs, yeah, that's a city.
Oh,
Uh, actually got some relatives that live over there. I don't know them all too well, but we have visited them once.
is
Colorado
there?
Springs, that's where the Air Force Base is.
Oh, okay.
And that's actually where like I guess my uncle-in-law or something like that. That's where he worked for like until he retired.
Yes. Is there a thing there? Like, is there a one mountain or like a monument or something? Is there a national thing there? Or is it
So
just,
there's like the Air Force Academy,
yeah.
and I know that's like a big deal. And then
I mean, like nature wise.
there's that. There's Pikes Peak.
Okay.
So they do. I guess they're famous for like their like rally car racing, like where they'll race down the mountain.
Oh, I love
guess
rally races.
the unfortunate ones just fly off the mountain.
That's the best part.
Yeah, and then yeah, but I love Colorado, man. It's if I could live anywhere, like friend, family, not
Expensive, yeah.
yeah.
All right. You did talk to you about like you might move sometime soon, Texas, Houston.
Yeah, my job.
You still considering it?
Yeah, man, I just think it's time, my I moved out and right after high school to go school in Milwaukee, and then after school I was there for an extra year, and then got a job up there, and then got a job just hopping around,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like the Midwest, Northeast of the U.S. And I thought I was just gonna do my 4 years and come back home, and we're nearing a decade now.
Damn.
So, and then now my sister, she has a niece, or I have a niece. She has a daughter,
Mm-hmm.
my niece.
Yeah, yeah.
So she's 6 months now, and
Are you still gonna try doing comedy over there, or are you gonna try to find something else family wise?
oh yeah, I definitely want to keep doing comedy. I love it. It's fun getting up on stage and trying shit out, and um,
Yeah.
yeah,
You're right next to Austin. Are you gonna try the Kill Tony ever?
yeah. Austin's like a 4 hour drive from
Yeah, it's
that,
still
so
wild. Yeah.
it definitely won't be like a weekly thing. But if I ever get like a Monday Tuesday off, or
Mm-hmm.
um, I'm definitely gonna try every now and then. If I ever do end up in Austin, I'm definitely will. I love that show.
Can you take a plane from Houston to Austin? Is that a thing?
I bet so.
Okay.
Probably not worth it, but
I mean, time wise, you're saving maybe, was it 4 hour drive?
no, you cannot. If you get to the airport 2 hours early, and then you get off the plane, and then you gotta. Hell, it takes an hour to load and unload the airplane itself.
Yeah. Okay. Cause like Austin to Houston is like DC to New York. I think it is a 4 hour drive
Yeah,
from
so
here to New
not,
York.
that's probably about another 3 or 4 hours.
Okay.
Kind of makes like a triangle: Dallas, Houston, and Austin.
Mm.
Um, yeah.
All right. Do you want to plug any shows or anything? You
Well,
getting?
if for all the time travelers out there, on Sunday the 17th, I did have a show, but no, nothing else at the time. Just scrubbing it up.
All right. Any mics? If anyone watches this inside the Virginia area, is there any mics they can find you at?
I go to the Electric Palm a lot. I go to the Hog Shack. I've been going there. I'll be at Simple Bar and Grill. I'll show up at Fat Pete's. And then yeah, those are the main ones I do.
All right. Any last words before we hang up the cast?
Toodaloo.
All right. Fuck yeah. It's been AK Talks Morning Show. Have a classy day.
Hell yeah.